I've been running a little bit last minute lately in kind of everything. Example number one, it's a heat wave. We're actually multiple days into a heat wave, and I still haven't actually started figuring out how to set up my air conditioning. The other issue at hand is that I have concert tickets tonight, and I don't even know who's going with me, but one problem at a time. Okay, just a complete side note. Look, have you ever seen these curved benches by Madeline before? This one's got like a little curvy table in front of it. What? That's great. But it looks like they're covering up the back of the church. It's overdue for a cleaning. I guess I don't know what's happening here. Back on track. I need to get a tube for my air conditioning. I do have an air conditioning unit that I inherited from Dorian and Ashley when they left Paris a long time ago. It's nice. It works very well. It's basically enough for my room. Problem is, I don't have an exhaust pipe for it, which means it's time for a trip to Leroy Merlin. So speaking of last minute, I have regrets on this one because my sister was here at the beginning of the heat wave and it was toasty, and I would have loved to have provided her with a little bit of, what are these lights? Holy. Thing is, I don't know what happened to the exhaust pipe. Like, you need to have exhaust, right, from the back of an air conditioning unit. Otherwise, you're just pumping hot air back into the room. You're pulling the cold air into, you know what I mean? Vous avez les tuyaux pour les clim? Tout au fond? Okay, merci. So anyways, sorry Karin, you didn't get to benefit from the air conditioning, but last night we were out for Fête de la Musique. It was a great time, wonderful. Cooper was a little bit hot. We left him at my friend Miguel's place where there was air conditioning. And I was like, you know what? I really need to be motivated to get this taken care of because he's very sluggish this morning. The heat's getting to him. We need air conditioning set up for the dog, especially before this concert tonight. Of course, if you're extra last minute and you don't have air conditioning or a fan already in Paris, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who's putting this off until they need it. The issue I'm running into right now is I don't think any of these are quite wide enough to cover the entire hole, so I feel like I get one or two of them and then cover it with like aluminum adhesive. They also apparently decided to cut the water in my building for construction during a heat wave. I found that out last minute when washing my hands, or trying to this morning. Thankfully there was enough water for the dog, but I guess I need to buy some bottled water too. Doesn't seem right. One leak right here. Success. Now for the unresolved issue of having no one to go to this concert with. You see, the thing is that when I got these tickets, I thought I had a friend that was going to go with me. That didn't end up working out. And then, last minute decision making when it comes to scheduling with adults. The day after Fête de la Musique in Paris during a heat wave, it turns out it's kind of tricky to find people. I no offense to anybody that I didn't ask, because I feel like I asked everyone I know in the end. I definitely didn't ask everyone I know. I just thought of somebody I could have. Anyways, it's too late now. The point is, even if finding last minute guests is a tricky thing to do, finding last minute tickets turns out to be super easy with the sponsor of today's video, Tacombo. Tacombo is a reselling app, a ticket reselling app, and it's how I got into so many things at the Olympics, Lady Gaga, and tonight, the Counting Crows. Did you even remember the Counting Crows existed? We'll talk about that here in a second, but Tacombo. Basically, if you have a ticket that you can't use or you have a sold out event you want to get to, Tacombo's probably got you covered because you can sell your tickets to other people who are looking to go to the show or pick them up from those who are selling them. And this is really timely, actually, for the World Cup. They asked if I wanted to go to World Cup games, which is very nice of them. I'm not in America, though, but if you are, America, Mexico, Canada, those are the three countries, right? Check out Tacombo right now. Use my code JSWAPS for 5% off. Get into a World Cup game that you thought was sold out 5 minutes ago. And then let me know how it goes. Hopefully you have a really fun time. I know a bunch of people that have used Tacombo now. It's been fast, smooth, easy, and you just get into all kinds of stuff. Now, for tonight, the Counting Crows, they are at the Olympia, a really famous venue that I've only been to once. And this is not supposed to be a humble brag or a flex, but I've only ever been backstage. So tonight, I get to sit in the audience Two things I'm hoping for. One, AC. Two, I actually get to use that seat because I've never, my entire life, this is not an age thing, I've just never liked standing at concerts. This entrance really reminds me of the entrance to Moulin Rouge of all things, and I don't think it's just because it's red. Somebody get inspired by somebody? There's something nice to say about being in a room full of people more than anything, like right off the bat. Will Barley, the opening act, very good, very funny. And they're getting ready for the main show right now, but I figured I'd just check in right now because what stands out to me is how nice it is to be in a room. I feel like the online experience and so much of our lives are so isolated, despite the fact that, like, I live in a city that's super densely populated and there are always people around. I still feel that sometimes, and it's nice to have a shared experience off our phones, focused in, having a moment. I always have this weird anticipatory anxiety about going to live events for some reason, to concerts in particular, probably because I really don't want to stand for a few hours. But I always am so grateful that I've come. We need more of this. We need more shared experiences. I may have a simple opinion. But did you remember the Counting Crows existed? I've just rediscovered them, I feel like, a few, like maybe 2 months ago. It's pretty crazy to think that he can belt it out like that at 61 on stage after having food poisoning. It's impressive. They had a whole story about not only getting food poisoning, but then having a fire alarm in their hotel last night at 4 a.m. Welcome to Paris. It's really fun because I actually switched streaming services. I stopped using Spotify a while ago and moved to YouTube Music because I already have YouTube Premium because I can't stand ads, so I'm willing to pay for YouTube Premium. And I lost my whole algorithm, right? Like everything that had been trained up, and I do need to go pick up a couple of playlists, like import them. I don't want to lose them. But I just started like poking around with like 90s and 2000s playlists, because I was in a bit of a nostalgic mood, and Counting Crows popped up, and it was one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, like Counting Crows, Goo Goo Dolls, like all kinds of bands that like I just hadn't really thought about in a while. And so when it came time to look into going to some concerts, I decided to dig deep. Breaking Benjamin was here, which was kind of funny because I only found that out because I looked up the band Chevelle to see if they were touring. My sister and I feel like are the only people that even liked that band, and I did listen to them recently, and I'm not sure that I would really want to actually go see them in concert again. I saw them when I was 19. I think that might have been enough. But there are so many random bands that have been around pretty much my entire life, at least my music listening life. And it's pretty nuts to think that they're still around and that you can still go see them. And it was really fun tonight to go and just get a little piece of that, some nostalgia. And between the opening act and Counting Crows, just felt like there was a really nice connection. I don't know, it was really nice. It was fun to see people enjoy themselves. Thanks to Combo again for sending me. Grab my link below for that. Thanks to Mark Vicars, today's patron producer, for sending me out here to have a nice time. He bought me a drink, man. It was nice to get a drink at the bar. It was so cold. That cup did not last very long, but the drink was nice and cold and chilled me, and the AC in there was great too. Thanks also to the Olympia for just, I don't know, existing and making a very nice time. Technically, after this video goes live, I'm on vacation for a week. I'm gonna sleep a lot. I'm so tired. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of all this. I'll see you bright and early one of these mornings sometime very soon for more nonsense from Paris. Don't worry.